I want to talk about fact checkers and fact checking, and I'll begin to do that by focusing on the Washington Post and its fact checking. The fact checker I have in mind is Glenn Kessler, who's the chief fact checker for the Washington Post. And in fact, he's the guy who doles out the so-called Pinocchios. But you can get one Pinocchio. I think it goes up to 4 Pinocchios. And one Pinocchio is like, well, this is you're shading the truth. 2 Pinocchios, this isn't really accurate. And 4 Pinocchios, this is a flat out whopper. It's an outright lie. And this kind of tagging of articles and claims has been a very effective way for the Washington Post, not only to discredit information that it wants to go after, but also to provide a basis for censorship. Because after all, if something with 4 Pinocchios, it's obviously misinformation. And then digital platforms go, well, our job is to ban misinformation. And so you have YouTube, you have Google, you have Facebook, you have Meta, then banning information based upon these so-called fact checks. But how reliable are these fact checkers and how honest are they? How upfront are they? No one says, just as when you report an article, you can make a mistake. But you should be upfront. Hey, I made a mistake. Hey, I'm going to delete this post. Hey, I'm going to acknowledge that I made a mistake. It's been pointed out to me. I was wrong about that. So newspapers traditionally run corrections, or they repudiate an article and then publish a completely new version of the article. What I'm about to tell you and show you is that the Washington Post doesn't do this. In order to hide their own lies and the fact that their fact checkers are telling you lies, they go back and stealth update these fact checks. So they say something, or someone says something, Washington Post goes, that's completely false. And then they realize, oops, it's actually true. So then they go back and update the old fact check and rewrite it as if they never put out false information in the first place. They don't publish a correction. They don't say we were wrong. They don't engage in any head scratching about how we got it wrong. Were we biased? Did we only look at one side of the matter? None of that. So this is a form, almost Orwellian, of party erasure of inconvenient facts that in retrospect are no longer defensible. And I want to talk specifically about the Washington Post's very notorious October 2020 article, a fact check. It was about whether Hunter Biden met with a senior official of Burisma, a guy named Vadim, V-A-D-Y-M, with a long last name, Pozarski. This is the guy, by the way, who's part of the operation bribing the Bidens. So the point was that the New York Post had reported that from the Hunter Biden laptop, it's very clear that there was a dinner at Cafe Milano in Washington, D.C. Hunter Biden was there. Joe Biden was there. Vadim Porlavsky from Burisma was there. And the Washington Post said, this is false. This is not true. And the reason they wanted to say it's not true is because, of course, Burisma was at the time paying Hunter Biden and also Hunter Biden's business partner $83,000 a month. So the Washington Post quotes a whole bunch of Biden officials saying, oh no, A, the dinner didn't happen. B, even if it happened, Joe Biden wasn't there. C, the information on the Hunter Biden laptop is unreliable and it could be a Russian plant. And so even Glenn Kessler, the Washington Post fact checker, says this was the most kind of famous, most read articles in the 13-year history of having fact checks in the Washington Post. And then along comes Devon Archer very recently, and he says, A, there was such a dinner. B, it was at Cafe Milano. C, Hunter Biden was there. Vadim Porlavsky was there. Joe Biden was there. Now, before Devon Archer's bombshell testimony, let's remember, Devon Archer is himself partners with Hunter Biden. He was at the dinner, so he knows exactly who was there. But even before this, the Washington Post began to realize that its reporting was problematic. First of all, the Hunter Biden laptop was validated. The FBI decided, yes, this is valid. Hunter Biden ultimately, kind of in his own backwards kind of way, admitted it was his laptop. There was all kinds of corroborating information about the laptop. So the Washington Post went back and did a stealth edit. And quote, update on its fact check. And what did they say? Now they said that, yeah, the Hunter Biden laptop is in fact accurate. And it was, Joe Biden did in fact come to the dinner, but the idea was that the dinner wasn't really on his schedule and he didn't really stay. He just kind of popped in, hello, and then he took off. And so the quote, there was less to the story than one might imagine. And now, after the Devon Archer disclosure, the Washington Post has gone back and done another update because Devon Archer said, no, Joe Biden didn't say hello and leave. He sat down and took part in the whole dinner. He was there the whole time. And so the Washington Post now has gone and, in a sense, updated its own reporting. And all told, the Post has now run 6 corrections of the original post. So think about it. This is supposedly a fact check. But the fact check, it turns out, was a lie. It was based on bad reporting. And the point I want to make is that while the Post has secretly, quote, corrected this, they've never admitted error. They haven't they should be giving themselves 4 Pinocchios. But of course, they'll never do that. Because if they do that, the fact-checking process itself gets called into question. And that's what I want to talk about in my next segment. Debbie and I are on a really good health journey, but we still struggle to eat enough fruits, veggies, and fiber. Now, lucky for us, we discovered Balance of Nature, and there's no better way to get all your fruits and veggies plus fiber than with Balance of Nature. This is Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies in a capsule, so easy, made from fresh whole produce. The produce is powdered after an advanced vacuum cold process, which stabilizes the maximum nutrient content. And here's Balance of Nature's Fiber and Spice, a proprietary blend of fiber and 12 spices for overall and digestive health. Join Debbie and me. Start your journey to better health right now. Call 800-246-8751 or go to balanceofnature.com. You'll get 35% off on your first preferred order by using discount code America. Again, it's balanceofnature.com or call 800-246-8751. Get 35% off your first preferred order by using discount code America.